Welcome everyone to a cast game here. This is just a classic ranked 2 versus 2, or I'm sorry, we're gonna back up here. Got the volume all adjusted. Alright, rough start. Welcome everyone to a cast game. This is a ranked 1 versus 1 game, actually, and I'm gonna do a quick introduction of our players here. So what are we looking at? On the western side of this Mongolian Heights steppes map, we have, in the color teal, Busto Disgusto playing as the Mongol civilization. And on the east side of the river, in the color red, playing as the Chinese civilization, we have Hot Tub Time Machine. Let's get it. What are we looking at here? I'm going to do a quick fast forward as we charge through the Dark Age here as they get up to feudal. Got the early Uvu for the Mongols, nothing too surprising there. Getting that stone income while villagers gather up gold and wood and food, all that good stuff. So it's looking real good. Meanwhile, the Chinese civ is going heavy on berry bushes and gold mines. That's looking pretty standard as well. Real quick, just pointing out the gold mines. The Chinese is real close to their town center. I actually like that position. It seems pretty easily defensible. Same with the berry bush there. Holy sheep, if I can just take a screenshot of that. China got all the sheep this game, it looks like. So, that's, congratulations to Red. Holy cow. Players doing some scouting out here. We've got some early action with one of the Red Scouts that was getting chased out by some spearmen there. And we definitely some early aggression we're seeing here as Red Scouts are kind of all over this Mongol base there. So, looking pretty interesting so far. Got a scout chilling there by the deer. And it looks like we are now in the feudal age. The Barbican of the Sun built right next to that town center for the Chinese. So that's first player to feudal is Red. And I think we're seeing a tower rush here as well. We've got a first outpost from the Mongols coming up near the Red base, adjacent to that gold mine. China's got to do something here. This is going to get out of control really quickly. They've got to get some wood and they've got to get some outposts of their own. Because this should be a defensible position with the gold, but it looks like they're going to be forced off of it very quickly here. Meanwhile, we've still got Red scouting out the enemy base back there. Nothing really going on, but... And it looks like the mining camp was cancelled. And the outpost goes up. And it looks like China is refocusing its gathering efforts. And I think we're about to see the Mongols here start to steal some resources from this side of the map. Would it be wood? Or will it be gold? I think it's going to be wood. I think they're going to steal from that wood line. Unless if the scout has something to say about it. That might be, oh yeah, that scout's going to wreck this up. Okay. Scout saves the day. It looks like we've got villagers from Hot Tub Time Machine auto-spawning on the wood line. Got about 11 villagers on there and 10 on food. Compared to Busto Disgusto's 12 on food, 7 on wood, 1 on stone. What a name. I love the names in this game. The ones that people create. So great. Just funny, creative, always. I love it. And China's got its first archery range coming up here. Base of Red along with the blacksmith. So we're going to start seeing some upgrades, which is good. Meanwhile, the Mongols have a stable and a barracks, so some diverse armies coming out here. Was that an accidental juror, or was that... Here's place one there. Strange. And the Mongols are putting an outpost next to this mining camp here, which is most certainly not going to last. And yep, it gets canceled. Oh. Sure enough. I've got a Chinese archer here that's into the front line. Another archer actually already there. And they're sniping out the spearmen and doing some hefty damage. It's like 10 a pop. Yeah, the archers are retreating. The archers are auto-spawning here near that wood line. I've got to do something about that. He wants them going there. Or maybe he does. There's maybe something. There's maybe some reason behind that. Hard to say. There's a wolf trying to kill a villager. That's lovely. The villager's just gonna let that slide. Oh, nope. There comes the spear. The wolf is dead. Okay. There we are. Got some palisade walls coming up here for the Chinese, obviously, so that's going to help put a stop to these early raids. In theory. Got the Barbican wood line, which is in a defensive position. That's looking real nice. Got some outposts coming up as well, so they're looking on a brighter note here for the Chinese after a few minutes of kind of base building and maneuvering around. Mongols, they've got some spearmen at the ready, and looks like they're kind of preparing for something here. They got horsemen sneaking around on the western flank of the riverbank, and this archer is definitely gonna die. Oh my god, that was 4 lances right on top of you. That is not a winning battle, friends. So that archer is gone. I'm gonna do a fast forward here again. Seems like we're kind of setting up for the next phase of the game here. Heavy amount of cavalry here going into the South Forest. We've got them scouting out that bunch of archers, and looks like some opening salvos are about to be fired here. We've got a whole cluster of archers that is ready to defend this mine of villagers, and they've got an outpost as well. Villagers jump inside, and one stays outside to rebuild and gets attacked, not killed yet. Second villager coming to help repair that outpost. Looks like the cavalry are refocusing on the villagers, and the archers are very quickly getting killed off. But there's still a mass of about 5 of them there. Horsemen going down. The outpost is staying strong. And I saw there was a scout that went down back there in the base of Teal. And it looks like the Mongol rush has failed. Another horseman goes down. There's still a few archers left. There's a spearman at the ready. And 4 of those villagers on the gold mine are still alive, so they can continue to build. Or mine for gold. Some upgrades already researched at the blacksmith. We've got the extra projectiles for the archers. They've got that +1 damage already, and have access to a few other armor abilities and things like that. The spearmen in production. That's looking good. And it looks like the Mongols are definitely stealing some wood from the north and eastern side of the map here. Only 1 villager on it, but gonna be stealing that wood. Outpost to defend that area. Also, that one still there is standing. And it looks like we're doing another rebuild of the armies here. Seeing some more mining of resources, and looks like Mongols are going up to age 3 really quick here with a steppe redoubt, and they're the first to reach the castle age. And oh man, there's some base building going on here with a blacksmith of their own. Several stables, or what looks to be an apparent mass of lancers coming pretty soon here. Prayer tent is up, and we're going to start seeing some relics getting stolen up here. Now there's stone walls coming up for the Chinese as well, so that defensive position's looking even better. Battering ram coming up for perhaps a counterattack siege. More barracks for a larger army of spearmen, possibly some palace guards coming up here soon enough. Tons of archer ranges for lots of archers. And some action is happening again here. It looks like that battering ram, sure enough, is going for a counterattack on that outpost. And it goes down very quickly. And things still looking real good here for the Chinese. And Lots of resources being gathered up. And sure enough, we've got some Lancers here on the west side of the map, which appear to be going for some sort of a flank attack. Siege workshop being built over near that gold mine. So they're definitely getting set up for what's coming next here. Lancers going over that cliff. And I don't think they know about this palisade wall. They're going to be in for a rude awakening where they're not going to be able to get through, not unless there's some kind of a... I mean, the siege workshop's going up, so there could be a trebuchet coming out. See soon enough. There's a double palisade wall here on the west side, and to the south as well, so the Chinese are looking pretty well defended. They are in a good spot here, and more walls planned on their east side of the base. So, doing another fast forward, speeding along here with this game, trying to get to the next phase. And it looks like the Chinese are now about to enter the castle age of this Imperial Palace, and they're going to be able to spy on the enemy. That Imperial Spy's ability, so that's looking good. Gathering up deer next to the Imperial Palace. And more walls coming up, more stone walls while the army moves to defend those villagers. And the veteran ram is going to charge through and help with the counterattack as well. And a second veteran ram is getting built. And here we go. Alright, so the action's about to start. Veteran ram moves towards the outpost, gets ambushed by a horde of lancers, and easily is dispatched. Perhaps it's a distraction, or is a mistake. Nonetheless, that veteran ram is down, and this traction trebuchet for the Mongols begins firing away at the Imperial Palace. And that landmark is definitely in some danger right now. It's not likely to stay standing for too much longer unless there's some kind of a counter push coming in here. I don't believe there are any siege works yet for the Chinese. I don't see one. I don't believe there's any sprinkles on the field either. However, there are some Chinese lancers. Look to be doing some kind of a counter strike here, counter raid. And they're moving through this nest of outposts that are firing away at them. And look to be ambushing these villagers. One of the villagers goes down. They rush to the outposts, jump inside, and start firing away at the lancers, which chucking torches at the outposts, but they're definitely getting rained upon with arrows. More lancers coming in, and some Mongol lancers to counter that are here in the field. Battle of the Lancers. Oh my god, there's more lancers still. Look at that. Reinforcements have arrived. Meanwhile, there's some action happening here on the north side of the map. Here we've got cluster of spearmen that are taking out that traction trebuchet and a couple battering rams going after the siege workshop. So the Mongol position here on the north side appears to be compromised, and it looks like a Chinese counterattack has been successful. Meanwhile, these lancers here on the south side of the map are getting chased down by this absolute horde of lancers. It's about 7 on 20. Those odds aren't great. A couple lancers go down for the Chinese. There's some walls going up here, though. I missed that. Looks like this defensive position is slowly advancing further and further towards the river. All right. Well, we're seeing some things happen here. Those lancers are definitely going to die. All of them, all the horsemen. Oh, yeah. You know that has to go on the thumbnail. You know that's got to be one of the options for... You've got an army of about 30 units chasing down one single guy. Oh my god. That was overkill, but I love it. Oh god, alright. So we got more Chinese lancers here running past the steppe redoubt, which has moved to the east side of the map next to these outposts. And there's a pretty sizable contingent of cavalry for the Chinese. I think it's a distraction technique. I think it's meant to divert the Mongols' attention while these horsemen just are a nuisance. And also taking out the siege here, that traction trebuchet is gone. So that appears to have worked. The Imperial Palace is dead, so the Chinese are at a disadvantage with the landmarks victory tracker here. They do have a 4th landmark in the Imperial Academy, so still got some stuff left over, but landmark is down, so... Got some archers here in the back line. Doing a failed attempt to harass these villagers and getting killed off by enemy crossbowmen. Got some battering rams there. Looked like they were going to make a push, but I believe that attempt has been abandoned here. Archers, or spearmen inside the battering rams. That's smart. Keep them protected. There's an unclaimed sheep here. Who's going to get that? I dare say Teal. Fast forwarding just a little bit again. Got a ton of Chinese villagers on that gold mine. Steady production there. And the Mongol army has returned with a vengeance. 3 tracking trebuchets on the front line. And they're firing away at these outposts. There's a huge gap in the walls here that the Chinese have not built. Whether that's by intention or lack of resources, I'm going to go with by intention to try to funnel the Mongols in here with that nest of bees. And sure enough, using the fireworks, firing away at that line of archers, and the lancers move in right into a wall of spearmen. And a couple lancers slip past and go after that nest of bees and take it out, it looks like. And horsemen that's failing to put a stop to that. Yeah, it looks like a few of those are getting killed off here. The nest of bees are gone, they're out of the field, but Town Center and the Barbicans still pushing back. And traction trebuchets are pushing hard. They're firing away at that astronomical clock tower. Yep, now the Mongol Lancers have completely overpowered the Chinese army and are going to take out that landmark. There's a couple battering rams coming towards the front line. Curious what's going on there. I don't see any buildings for the Mongols that are going to be taken out here on the front line, but could be a distraction, keeping the archers busy. I think that's exactly what's going on, just distraction. And Lancers still doing their thing, still blowing up buildings, harassing villagers, putting a stop to this food production. And by the one by one, by the droves, these villagers are getting killed off. This is looking really tough here for Red. Red could be in trouble. This could be game in a minute. The traction trebuchets firing away at the Barbican of the Sun, and all those villagers have been killed in the fields. Not a single one escaped. And lots of villagers on that gold mine there, still doing the gathering. What kind of upgrades have we got for the Chinese? They're almost all the way through those second or the third age upgrades. And the Mongols have... what kind of upgrades are they working with? Yeah, the Mongols have just a couple extra upgrades that are in production right now with the research, so looks like their armor is just a little bit stronger, which is definitely helping them in the battle. Barbican of the Sun goes down, and Hot Tub Time Machine is on the ropes here. We've got 2 landmarks left for the Chinese. The capital here with the town center, and the Imperial Academy. Now there's some counterattacks going on here with battering rams, which are getting killed off by the Lancers, and some Chinese Lancers, which are going to harass the Mongol base here. Yeah, things are looking very dire. Unless the Chinese get another landmark onto the field, this could be it. We do have 8 minutes left in the game, so it's true, it's possible anything could happen, but it's not looking super promising right now, so we're going to see what happens. A lot of these military production buildings are getting destroyed, and there's some raids. Looks like the villagers are getting harassed in the Mongol base. One by one they're getting killed off. Lancers are doing their thing. While their Lancers taking out the Mongol archers, or they're trying to. One Lancer goes down. Got some bodies there on the field. Holy, villagers getting killed off here in the Mongol base. This is a successful raid for sure. I think we've seen a dozen go down at least. Villager count is 109 for Hot Tub Time Machine compared to 50 for Busto Disgusto. So there's a massive discrepancy in the number of villagers. Even with Hot Tub Time Machine losing several villagers here in the farmlands yet again, we're seeing some heavy losses on both ends now with the villagers. And a lot of traction trebuchets, a lot of catapults here on the front line for the Mongols. But they've got a huge lead in terms of military might. More villagers for Hot Tub Time Machine getting killed off. Town centers somewhere are still producing them because I see more villagers coming out. And, yep, we got a town center here behind the walls that is gathering up deer. Those villagers are, and here we go. We've got the Great Wall Gatehouse that's coming up. So there we have it. The Chinese do appear to be living to fight another day. And, going to help them a lot with the nest of bees emplacements that'll go on that. And it looks like China has just completely abandoned the original base, just letting it go, keeping the enemy busy as they take out the barracks and blacksmith and all that stuff. The capital is going down for sure. Meanwhile, tons of Lancers are just being created on the field here, and it looks like the Chinese are... Oh my god, they're going for it! This is why. This is where that stone... they're building a castle. Building keeps, and those Magnudai are not able to put a stop to it because you've got 12 villagers there that are building a keep, and we're going for a disgusting push here on Busto Disgusto. It's beating him at his own game with castles coming up here, and all the siege is occupied here on the front line. So getting rid of those keeps is going to be a very challenging feat at best. And tons of Lancers still being produced here from these stables, which have not been taken care of by the Mongols. So China could be coming for a comeback here. We could be seeing it. The keep has been constructed. Villagers have jumped inside while the Lancers are out here in the battlefield protecting them. And Mongols are crumbling at the base of the walls there, unable to deal with this. Had to get a screenshot of that there. We're seeing another keep. Here we go. A second keep in the Mongol base being constructed by China. Hot Tub Time Machine is going for it. He's going for something cheeky. We're about to see it. I'll get 4 catapults and 7 traction trebuchets in the Chinese base. The Mongols are going ham, taking this out. And sure enough, all these landmarks and buildings here are going to go down, but at what cost, as China is still harassing the Mongol villagers, putting them down to only 23 villagers. That food production for the Mongols is absolutely destroyed, as the Lancers have ambushed them well and truly. Second keep has been built here by the Chinese, and looks like we're about to see another one coming up. We've got plenty of stone in the bank for Hot Tub Time Machine, so there is no shortage. We're definitely going to see another keep built. And the Mongols are appearing to be at a disadvantage here. For sure, with the economy looking just absolutely in tatters. And the kill count is pretty even here, but the buildings lost is stacked against Hot Tub Time Machine. Another keep has been built, firing away at the Lancers. And we got some Lancers here on the front line, actually. China's got a fielded cavalry contingent there, which is taking out the siege and going after the archers. Even while under fire from the catapults, it doesn't appear to be enough for the Mongols, and sure enough, China has reclaimed its original base with some stables still producing units, and these archers are just no match for the Lancers with their sheer armor and 29 damage per hit. I mean, it's just, that is not a fight you're going to win. You know, even en masse, that Mongol push has officially failed. as the Lancers take care of it. They clean that shit up. We got a couple straggler units here by the farms, but that push is over, and we're about to see a counterattack here as China's been building this for a little while now. Keeps protecting the villagers as they gather up deer. Busto Disgusto at only 8 villagers. A disgustingly low number, and 6 of them are over here by the step redoubt. And where are the other 2? The other 2 villagers for Busto Disgusto. I have no idea. I think they're over here. They're gathering food or something. Oh god, the Khan has been killed. Yeah, Busto is kind of screwed. Busto is not surviving this, I don't think. Got some traction trebuchets though that have been constructed, and gonna try to take out these keeps. Busto with 9 villagers. Here we go. Building some stables here on the east side of the map. The Chinese villagers charging down, besieging those traction trebuchets. Excuse me. Oh my god, that was amazing. Just when in doubt, use your villagers. Go villagers only. And oh my god, more Lancer battles here. Wow. Well, we're about to see a victory here in about 30 seconds. So, I think I see the way this is going. And sure enough, the white flag is flown, the surrender is called, and Busto Disgusto says, GG, man. This is your game. Hot Tub Time Machine is the victor. Match complete. Congratulations, Hot Tub Time Machine. GG, well played to both of our players here. Thank you for giving it a whirl. And thank you, everyone, for watching. This was a fun one to observe and cast for everyone, so do enjoy that. Click that like button. It does help, and leave a comment if you thought this was interesting. Tell us what the best part of the match was. I'm curious what you guys think about this Busto Disgusto Hot Tub Time Machine game. Let's hear those thoughts. So, thanks everyone, and have a great day and rest of the week.